Hello there. This is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and today is Saturday, the 8th of April, 2023, the day before Easter. So, I hope you're all doing well. I have had, I'm going to say, a Fellini-esque day, evening especially, and I can't really get into that. There's some things that are personal family things that are not for public consumption, and this is one of those. But before that, yesterday was my nephew Dave's 46th birthday, and so people came over here this evening and had some delicious pizza from Massimo's in Norwalk, which I've never had pizza from before. I've had Massimo's pizza from their main pizzeria in Bridgeport, and it's always delicious. So we had pizza and a Carvel cake, and on the cake was a picture of Dave looking at a picture of Dave looking at a picture of another cake. So it was a cake with a cake with a cake with a cake, and somehow that shatters the space-time continuum, I believe. And also notable, for the first time in quite a while, I saw my great nieces Amanda, Haley, and Lily, and it was wonderful to see all of them. And they're growing up so quickly. Um, that they're all great kids. I just I felt very uncly. It was good to see them, and it was good to see Dave, and it was nice overall. So that was nice. And earlier today, I had ordered a book that came in, a used book, because you certainly can't get it new anymore. An old collection of John Held Jr. cartoons. I don't know if you know who that is, but you know what? When I put this at the end, I will put, after I'm talking, one of the pieces of art that you'll see will be, I'll make sure I put a good representation of John Held Jr.'s art. So that was nice. Speaking of art, um, last night I was going through again some old discs, and I found one with comic books on it that had comic books where I had done work for Marvel on them back in the late 80s. So I took a few of those images and I put them up on my DeviantArt. Again, I'll throw one of those or maybe two of those in at the end of this. So it was nice to look back to that stuff and see a different time. It's funny, some of it, the printing frustrated me, but it frustrated everyone back then because comic books were doing a different thing in the late 80s. They were using what we termed flexo printing, flexographic, which was they had switched from using metal plates, which they used for years for all sorts of, newspapers and things like that, um, for printing, and instead used these cheap plastic plates that I was always told this is what they used to print like orange crate art. And the colors never printed consistently. Sometimes they were blotchy. I was looking through it and I was like, wow, this doesn't represent what I colored, because on the same page, part of it would be washed out and the other would be overscanned. These plates were just very unpredictable. I mean, I don't know what they use now. I don't think they, you know, use anything near that nowadays. So uh, it was of its time. So I'll put a few examples on there. The rest of the week has been writing, and haven't done much reading really, because once I finished that book I mentioned last week, the A.J. Mendez book, I haven't started another book right now. Just kind of giving myself a little cool off period. Um, I got a call from Pete, someone I hadn't talked to in over 15 years. He was telling me that his mother hasn't been doing so well and asked if I would pray for her, which of course I have been. Um, I talked to Ed and who else? I talked to Ari and Daniela and let's take a quick look here. Who am I missing? I don't even know who that is. That's an 800 number, that's why. Oh, let's see. I heard from June, Aniela, Ed, um, Airy, of course. And you know what? That was it. That was that was the week that was. Um, I'm trying to think. No, I talked to Larry the week before. That's right. But things are going okay. My leg is doing a bit better this week than it had been. My stomach has been, and I've had a few good story ideas. I want to see how I want to do that. Uh, Doing a lot of maintenance work, let's say, and okay overall. Otherwise, it's been a long Lent. I've been doing a lot of reading during that, and obviously it all concludes tomorrow with Easter. Very important to my faith. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the social world. I should say, yes, the social and political worlds, and I don't feel like talking about that really. You know what it is, and we all have different opinions on that kind of stuff. And I'm always the humanist. So if you think of the humanist point of view, that's usually where I sit with all of it. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have a wonderful Easter tomorrow. Um, I'll even put up, I got some lovely tulips from one of the churches here, from St. Luke's Church. That was very nice of them. They sent over tulips and a gift card and a card made by kids that go to St. Luke's. That was very sweet. And anyway, I hope you're all doing well. For those of you who celebrate it, I wish you a happy Easter. I hope you've had a wonderful Passover. And I love you all. And if you celebrate nothing tomorrow, have a good Sunday. Take care. Bye bye.